Hey YouTube, how are you? I'm sitting here in my living room today with the sun like coming straight in and it's so bright and wow, I am sorry if I'm squinting, my goodness. So sorry about that. It's just so bright in here. It's a lot of sunshine today. I wanted to touch on something that I get asked a lot, and especially from new people, from people that are just starting their strength training journey. And it's a great question, and that is, how much weight should I use when I lift? And you know, that answer, there's not a great answer, one answer that will fit everything, because it's obviously going to vary depending on what exercise you're doing. You can use much heavier weights for your leg exercises maybe than you can for a shoulder exercise. So it's going to vary greatly. But knowing how to determine what weight is best for you is what gets people nervous. And I so understand that. And I'm going to give you some general rules of thumb that you can use at the beginning to pick a weight that will work really, really well for you. But here's the thing, as you get into a routine with strength training and you get used to it and you feel comfortable in the gym, you're going to start learning what your body can do. And once you start learning what your body can do, you will know when it's okay to try to increase the weight and when maybe you need to back off, because you're going to be able to feel it. You're going to be so in tune with your body that you will just know. But until then, here are a couple rules of thumb that might help you to determine how much weight to lift for a particular exercise. Cool? Okay, so the first thing is, in general, and this is very general, if you have an exercise that you are doing 10 reps of, doesn't matter what it is, 10 reps, reps 8, 9, and 10, you want those to be kind of challenging. Not like impossible, like you're going to drop the weight, but you want those to really be hard. Reps 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever may feel like, okay, good, I'm cruising. 5, 6, 7, kind of, okay, we're getting there. And 8, 9, and 10 are like, oh, okay, here we go. If that kind of happens, that general progression, then I think you're probably at the right place. But if you get through reps 1 through 10 and it's like, oh, okay, this is great, and your technique is perfect, then it may be time to look at a different weight. So let's take an example of a goblet squat. Let's say you have 10 reps of your goblet squat. You shoot through 10 reps with perfect technique. The weight's back in your heels. You're holding that goblet super tight. You're squeezing it. Elbows are tucked. Your core is lit up. Chest is high. Back is flat. All that is on fire for all 10 reps. And you stop and you're kind of like, oh, good. This was good. I feel really good with that. Okay, you can choose to do that again, and it may not be quite as easy the second time. Great, then you do your third set, and it's probably going to be even a little bit harder. That's in one way that you can approach that. Depending on how it felt for you that first set, what you might want to try is the next set going up to whatever the next weight is. Now, some gyms, their dumbbells will increase by 2.5 pounds. So if you were holding a 20-pound dumbbell, the next one would be 22.5. Other gyms, they go up by 5 pounds. Some gyms even go up by 10. So you have to kind of use your judgment, but go up to the next weight. So let's say you use that 20-pound, now you're going to use a 22.5-pound dumbbell. And that next set, you're going to start off same thing, perfect technique, go as many reps as you can. And let's say starting about rep 6, technique starts to break down. Then what you want to do is put that 22.5 dumbbell down, pick up a lighter dumbbell, and finish out your reps. So you would finish 7, 8, 9, 10. So you did 1 through 6 at 22.5, which was a new weight for you, got to be pretty challenging, and the technique started to break down about rep 6. Put that weight down, grab a lighter weight, and finish out 7, 8, 9, 10. So now you've challenged your body significantly with those first couple reps. You've fatigued it. And so now even getting a lighter dumbbell and finishing out may not feel as light as you might have thought it would. So then you have one more set to do. So you could approach it the same way. Pick up that 22.5 dumbbell, see how many reps you get out of your 10 with that. It may not even be 6 this time. It may not. Maybe it's only 4. And then technique starts breaking down. So, okay, put it down, get a lighter dumbbell, and finish out the remaining 6 reps. So doing it that way sticks your toe into a a safe water where you do just what you can until technique just starts falling apart. And you've got to be really in touch with that piece as well. Once it does, put it down, grab another weight, a lighter weight, and finish it out. Because here's the thing, form overweight 100% of the time. So that's one way to approach it. Try as many reps as you can with a heavier weight and see what happens. The other way that you can approach it is keep that same initial weight that you used, 20 pounds, do all 3 sets with 20 pounds, maybe reduce the amount of time that you're resting in between sets. So that could make the subsequent sets more difficult to do because you didn't rest as much. So those are just a couple of ways that you can kind of gauge what weight you should be using on any given exercise. And you know, the whole rest period thing comes into play too. The less you rest, the less time your body has to recover, and so it will make the next set a little bit more difficult as well. And as far as rest time goes, I get asked, how much time should I rest in between sets? And you know, that really depends. What I would say as another very general rule of thumb about rest periods, you know, they could go as short as 30 seconds up to a minute and a half, something. It just depends on what you're doing and what the goal of your program is. For most people in a general strength training session, 30 seconds to 90 seconds is probably plenty of time. But I'll be honest with you, there are some times when I'm in the gym, I'll rest a lot longer than that. And I just gauge it by how I feel. And some people may say, oh, you're resting too long or whatever. Well, you know, that's how my body operates the best. And that is what has worked for me. When I need to rest longer, I do. It's that simple. I don't necessarily set a timer. I don't do anything like this. I go by how I feel. When I'm in a hurry, I will set a timer because I don't have a lot of time and I could just maybe sit around and rest too long. I don't have that kind of time. I won't get everything done. So you can set a timer for rest periods. You can try it. If you feel like you didn't rest enough, then rest longer. I mean, it's okay. It's more than okay. So picking out a weight, very general rule of thumb. If you can do all your reps, it might be time to go up in weight just a little bit, do what you can with perfect technique, and dial it back to finish out. Remember, your last 2 or 3 reps, you want those to be challenging. You want really to feel like, okay, I had to work my ass off to finish that. That's what you want. That's how you're going to progress and get so strong. So I hope this helped you and clarified a little bit on the weight selection piece. If you have any more questions, you can plop them down here or message me. I would be happy to walk you through some other things, or we can hop on the phone and chat. I would love to connect with you and we can talk about it. And click subscribe because I'm going to be out here on YouTube a whole lot more. Have a lot of cool things coming for you. So I hope you'll have a great day. Thank you so much for being here and we'll talk soon. Take care.